Allahu Shabbat Shalom to the Khan dynasty. House of Dawid, Framer our Shaper, Ama Abba, Dawada, Dabawa, Hashurah. Psalms 96. Oh, sing unto Hawa a new song. Sing unto Hawa all the earth. Sing unto Hawa Baruch his name. Show forth his salvation from day to day. Declare his glory among the heathen, his wonders among the people. For Hawa is great and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods. For all the gods of the nations are idols, but Hawa made the heavens, Shamayim. Honor and majesty are before him. Strength and beauty are his sanctuary. Give unto Hawa, O you kindreds of the people. Give unto Hawa glory and strength. Give unto Hawa the glory due unto his name. Bring an offering and come into his courts. O worship the Creator in the beauty of holiness. Fear before him all the earth. Say among the heathen that Hawa reigns. The world also shall be established, that it shall not be moved. He shall judge the people righteously. Let the heavens rejoice. Let the earth be glad. Let the sea roar. Let the fullness thereof. Let the fields be joyful, and all that is therein. Then shall all the trees of the wood rejoice before Hawa, for he comes to judge the earth. He shall judge the world with righteousness, and the people with the truth, his truth. Let the heavens rejoice, Manai. Let the earth be glad. Let the sea roar, and the fullness thereof. Let the field be joyful. This is the frequency we are in our mind, in our heart, in our ruach, managa, our spirit. Say among the heathen, verse 10, that Hawa reigns. So the heathen's going to be doubting you, man. To this day, your power ain't no power. My power is the power. I call on such and such. Oh, the God of Israel, what? You say among these heathen that Hawa reigns. The world also shall be established, that it shall not be moved. Yeah. Yeah, man. Seems to be a lot of movement on this spinning ball. How many scriptures we need to get you for you to realize the world that Hawa, the Creator, creates cannot be moved. It is on foundation. I ain't talking about no earthquake. I'm talking about the foundations cannot be shaken. I know the rivers and the waters can move. I know you're going to get jolted from time to time. But the foundations cannot be moved, my nigga. The foundations of the earth cannot be shaken. Alawa. We're going to learn some Hebrew today. Shalawah, Shabbat Shalawah. Tell your children to gather around. Let's learn some Hebrew together. Let's take a wave surf, man. Let's dig on the lexicon. Come on, come on. Let's dig on Hawa. Are you searching? Are you seeking? Every chance you get, you got the validation. You surfing the wave. Say among the nations, Hawa reigns indeed. The world is firmly established. It will not be moved. Mana. To totter, to shake, to slip. We're talking the Hebrew root verb or verb H4131. All right. H4131. Who got a Strong's Concordance? So when I'm talking movement, when we're reading about shaking it up, you're talking about bringing down, falling or faltering, giving way, gives way, movable, right? Shake, shake and move, shaking violently, slip, staggering, totter. So you're talking about physically moving, right? This is not a metaphor. And even more beautiful than me trying to prove that the earth is not spinning at 1,000 miles per hour, even bigger than the world that they're trying to indoctrinate us with, even bigger than this whole thing. Your love for the Creator supersedes whatever brainwash we got hit with, man. You know what I'm saying? Love for why? This is not, your love for your AI for the Creator far is more important than all investigations. Your investigation of the Creator, you know what I'm saying? Your personal direct flow is worth more than all investigations, but along the line, you know what I'm saying, you will see the Creator in the right investigations. And when you search for your habitat, then you're searching for the handiwork of the Creator, which leads you to the truth of the Creator. And when they're saying to prove the Creator, man, if you can prove a dome, you're proving a Creator. Someone created that dome. Someone created the handiwork, right, of the firmament. And this damn ball ain't got no firmament, ain't got no handiwork, ain't got no vault, and no vault of heaven, no solid expanse whatsoever. So we're taking you away from Hijack City that's brainwashed us, inception us with globes and globular, spherical planets and all this stuff in our mind bones for decades and decades and decades. By the time you start asking questions, you're under such a deep indoctrination, man. Just be patient with yourselves, with each other, because the spell is deep, but your awareness of this spell, remember your observation of the particle changes the behavior of the particle in quantum. Your awareness of the spell changes the behavior of the spell. And your awareness of the code changes the behavior, of your Baruch, your blessings. Your Baruch is already set for you in code. When you're observing, you collapse the wave pattern on your Baruch, on your blessings. When you're not observing it, it's all happening. Some blessings, some curses, everything's happening, right? So, yeah, tottering, shaking up, but bigger than all the conspiracy. You can also read this with even a more dragonfly perspective to me. Again, Psalms 96:10, say among the nations, Hawa reigns indeed. The world is firmly established. It would not be moved. He will judge the people with iniquity. I also vibe to this as the world of Israel, as the tribe being firmly established so that it will not be moved, cannot be moved. This is almost feeling like Hawa telling us, I gave you all the foundation so that you cannot be moved, so that you are firmly established. He will judge the peoples with iniquity. Why? Because I gave you the drop. You were firmly established last time that I checked. I gave you the priesthood, the Ark of the Covenant, Noah's Ark. I gave you everything. I gave you the law, right? I gave you the 9 code so that you would not be moved. So the world also feels like it's our world, you know what I mean? But, of course, it's, equally beautiful, just knowing that we have a place established for us as a habitat, or as a heritage. You're not just fighting for your inheritance in America, Africa, yada, yada. You're fighting for the handiwork of the Creator. Because everybody can't claim the Creator no matter how hard they try. The Creator is tribal. The Creator got a tribe who is firmly established. The only way they can move us is to take us away from our direct flow from our Creator. Now check it. Say among the nations, the Lord reigns. And it says Strong's. And it starts to take us on a wild goose chase. But it's all good because I'm resting, I'm chilling, Shabbat Shalom. I don't mind going on a little wild goose chase. I mean, do y'all? Let's go on a dragon chase. How about that? And it tells you straight up from Hava. And I said, dang, that's really close. They almost gave us all the drop. But Hijack City can't do that. They can just give you hints of the drop. They can't speak our language. They can't speak our language. Hava with a V. But we know that from Picto Paleo Hebrew, the 5th and 6th letter, Hawa, with a W, was later changed to a V, a Vav in the modern by Nana. This is how they got Hava. They Yiddish us. So when we're looking at this stuff, you can't just take it right off of the lexicon or right off the concordance. You gotta at least ask 1 or 2 more questions to get into your frequency. You don't think the frequency changes when they put a V or a Y? What do you think the Yah does to it? They want to trick us, right? They want to say the Yah is the You. The Yad. You think this is the representation of the Creator's name? The Yad? The hand, the work. The work is the representation. Throw and worship. No, this is letting you know, to praise or worship. Worship what? You could worship a whole lot of things. We need more specifics, and your Creator representation should come before your gates are closed and there's a cutoff point where a wall is built, where something is divided in and out the wall, something is surrounding it, something is contained in it. Then you got to put that work in, that handiwork, right? I mean, at this point, we got to know what we're worshiping. What are you throwing your energy into, man? What are you reaching for? Are you reaching to get in the wall? To be contained? To get the food? To get the security? To get the breath? To walk through that entrance to gather? To walk together? with your family, with your strong power, your leader? Is that what you're reaching for? Is the Creator's name worship? So it seems like they duplicated our Yah. Now we got plenty of names that start with YA, Yah, or end with Yah, that has nothing to do with their version of the representation of it as the Creator's name. It has to do with worshiping something. Worshiping what? Well, that is all in the name. So that there's no confusion. We're talking Most High over everything. We know you only got one breath, and you got one hope for security. That's the Creator. So we can't confuse our breath and our security. They don't even know what air is. You think that's air you breathing? The hijack can't create air. The ether, Ty Battle, take the wheel. We breathing it. We breathing in that. Wow, right? It's the wah is the security. They say when a dragon breathes fire, it sounds like wow. Yeah. They changed the W's to V's, the wah to vavs. In some cases, the wahs to yahs. So I love our Yah, our Yah, our Yah. I rock with Yah, our Yah, right? We have our own Yah, and they've taken the Yah, and they flipped the Yah into their Yahweh, which is just backwards. Ha or hey, right? Hawa, wah. You see it? Hawa. Hijack always reverses everything. Hypothetical reconstruction of the Tetragrammaton. Yod Hey Vav. Wow. Right? So if you see the W, how does that change to a Vav? To Jehovah? Even in Yahweh, they keep the W. Yahweh. But why the Yah before the Wah? If it's the imperfective, because they know that that's not perfect, of Hebrew verb. Wow. Do you see clearly? Do you see clearly? You had to ask a few more questions to get to the Hawa, to get to the earlier form of Hey. So the Indians say, hey, which Indians? The newer Indians or the OGs? Because I guarantee the OGs is probably saying, Hoa, 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 Hoa. Hoa, 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 hoa. Don't that feel more like your ancient love song? Hebrew verb, the one that is the existing, so the H1961, to exist, you know, your existence, your breath, your security is existence. Because you can't have no breath without security. You don't have no existence. And security without a breath ain't existence. So you need the breath and you need the security. They changed the W's to V's, right? Dang. And sometimes why? Hoa, hoa, hoa. So they tell you from Havav, Hava. And then we just read here that, they'll give you Heya in the lexicon, but they won't give you the earlier form, Hawa. Why? Because they changed the W's to V's. Now you got Hey Vav. Ain't that a different frequency than Hawa? Or because the Ha is really an inhale, feminine. That's mama. That's your breath. The first thing you got to do is get your breath, right? And then you can exhale with that, you know, right cross, right hook, kick to the sternum. Wah! Side kick. Then you can exhale with that haymaker, right? But you needed mama, you needed the breath, the revelation, so that you are aware, conscious. You needed that look, that added look, right? Added security. Now you got foundation like a tent peg, because like a tent, Shamayim, I spread out the heavens like a tent, like a canopy. The heavens are my handiwork, the firmament. Now you got foundations that cannot be moved, right? The world is firmly established, it cannot be moved. So they give you Havav after changing the W's to V's. This is why you gotta seek Hawa. They're gonna drop you off in H3068. And you're gonna have to find your way to H1961. Because they're gonna drop you here. And they're gonna say, I need you to keep your name. I need you to seek Hawa. Keep your name. And you want to fight for your name, you're gonna have to keep your name. You want the proper name? You're gonna have to keep your name, keep your code, keep your commandments. Stop putting your name in vain, Hawa's name in vain. Then they tell you from Hava. So we say, okay. But they tell you the proper name of the God of Israel. They're gonna try to take it to the tetragrammaton, right? Now, interesting. They put Yo, Hey, Vav, Hey. You see YHVH. Here you see YHWH. Small difference in frequencies, but big difference in frequencies, like 440 hertz and 432 hertz. 440 separates and divides. 432 starts forming geometric patterns, and Merkabas are popping off, right? So the etymology dictionary is telling you YHWH. The lexicon, Strong's Concordance, is telling you YHVH. Why? Because they change your W's, Y, to V's, Vav, right in your face, bone. From the Picto-Paleo, early, ancient, Shemitic Hebrew to the modern Yiddish, man. Just focus on that big switch right there. Because that's 432 Ancient Love Song going to their new tune, new tune-up, new test. Hijack frequency. Hijack can't speak your frequency. Why can't they say W? I don't know. Maybe they know Hawa's frequency ain't nothing to be played with. So they try to take you on a wild goose chase. I say, that's cool. I'm resting. Shabbat Shalom. I got nothing but time and space and opportunity. I'm just chilling. So I said, maybe the drop nation want to chill with it now. Want to surf this wave. So let's surf the wave, Drop Nation. Let's go on this goose chase they want to send us on. Havav. Okay. All right. So then they're going to drop us in 1933. So first I'm going to go, let's go back first. They're going to give you a little bit to become. That can't be the jackpot because that's all they're going to tell us, which lets you know this is just a shade of the truth, right? Of what we need as the real root verb. These are just shades, right? So Havav, we know that's not real because they changed the W's to V's. So they're just giving you something. Let's keep going. And you're going to notice that with this Hebrew root, especially with the Ha, a lot's going to be connected with the Creator, with the breath. Even when they change the W's to V's, now they got to fall. Now, how much is this V having an impact on our definition, on our frequency? Well, could be something, could be nothing, but even if this is a representation of the Creator, we understand that we have fallen, and the Creator does fall out with us if we are out of code. So when you see calamity, destruction connecting with Hawaii or Heya in any way, you know the Creator is the king of calamity, king of destruction, if the Creator wants to be. 2 dragons burned down Sodom and Gomorrah. Case closed. Let's keep going. All right, we got Hava with like an apostrophe to fall. Same thing, same thing. Okay. I'm just gonna do it quickly. Let's go fast. Interesting, right? Then they take us to who or high. Now, who in the English is WHO, like who? Like who do you? Like who are you? Who? Phonetic spelling, who, right? And who would know that who has something in the root meaning to connect back to the Creator? Because it represents it to be, right? To become. Who? I, me, like anything, dealing with um, the validation of existence. High. Like who would know high? Every time you say high, it somehow is connecting to Hawaii. Who is connecting phonetically back to, he, she, it, itself, I, to be, to exist. It connects back to existence. Hi, who? All this is Creator. You're speaking the Creator's name in different variations. You know what I'm saying? Based on the shade in these linguistics, man. I just thought that was real dope. Some more hooty who, right? Himself, itself, herself. Who? Didn't we say WHO? All right. So who is who? Which? These? So anything anything that's been established, is the Creator. There ain't no establishment without the Creator. And look at this. Ho. Say ho. See, back then when we said ho, it wasn't about no derogatory thing towards women or females. I mean, women or male. It was just ho. And then then Santa Claus stole this, right? Santa had ho, ho, ho. He over here, clout chasing off the Creator's name, man. Because the definition is, uh-oh. Wait. The definition of ho is, ah. Don't that sound like mama? Don't that sound like a revelation? Like you're figuring something out? Or even better, A-H, 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 right? Hey, look, reveal, breath, sound, A-H. So, as we are digging on Hawa as a primitive Hebrew root verb, and we digging on the highs and the hoes. And the whole comes right back to the breath. Alas, they said. Look at this, man. Look how beautiful this connects, man. Allow beautiful puzzle pieces coming together. Ho is A-H. A-H. A-H is ho. Yeah, that's dope, man. Alas, right? Alas, that sounds like a revelation. Look, alas, reveal, breath. Hey, oh man, hip hop parade. Oh, hey, oh man, naughty by nature. It's natural by law, man. Love to the bros, man. That's dope, man. Cause we say this, it comes out in our our essence. It just comes out. And we talking about hey ho and hey and ho, all connect to the breath, the revelation of our framer and our shaper. They say man with arms raised. No, that's Big Mama. Read Proverbs 8. She's standing by the gate. She's standing by the entrance as you coming in, saying, boy, you must not, you must be thoughtless, man. You forgot about me. You forgot about your breath. What happens if you in a fight and you forget to breathe? Well, that's what happened to you, my noggin. That's why you're getting hit upside the head, ball. You forgot your breath. You're out of code. You're out of order. You ain't got no security because you ain't got no breath. You need your breath. You need your security so you can eat, my naga, so the tribe can eat. So we can get that Zion, that food. Cut off the hijack, have our cut off days, have our nourishment with Hawa, and build a wall, a tabernacle flow, right? A tent wall, right? But you need a tent peg, the security to fasten it down so it cannot be moved. Foundation. Hey ho, all right, let's go back a little bit. Let's go back. I'm gonna go the other way. I just, thought this was dope, man. I just wanted to share with the tribe how complex and yet so simple seeking Hawa's name is right in our face with the, correct and uh, clear vibration. You know what I'm saying? When you're searching for it, you gotta search, and the Nagas are willing to search. More and more. You know what I'm saying? Nagas are willing to search, man. So they gave us the Havas. This is where they dropped us off at 1933. And we said, man, that can't be the jackpot because they just said to become. All right, so we need more than that. Wherever the jackpot is where we're going to get the most out of it, man. So, they gave us 1934, same type of flow, a little more to become, come to pass, continue, ruled, right? You're going to see a lot of creator type flow in anything to do with this Hawa or Hava, or like we'll end up running into the Heya now. You got some stuff like hauled, splendor, majesty, vigor, authority, right? Honor. Like I said, you might not think Had has anything to do connected with Hawa or the creator, but it do. But it do. Had, hold. Same thing, splendor, vigor. Name of an Asherite. All right. Some of these are proper names of people in the script. So something like this, Hadeva or Hadia. Now look, man, we caught a red-handed. That's why we are going down this rabbit hole, man. Clearly, they already changed the W to V, right? You got the Va, and there ain't no Va in, Picto Paleo. Go to the ancient, early. You ain't gonna see no V's, man, right? Do you? No V's. And the only Y, right, is connected with the worship, which is not the name of the Creator. It's the act of worship. It's the act of, you know, reaching and throwing yourself into what? Worship. You got to keep the story going, opening. What are what are you opening? You know what I'm saying? Through the path you taking, man. What doors are you opening? Are you walking through any more doors? What are you allowing to come in your gate? Are you taming your thoughts, man? Open palm, ka. And because we have this ka, this is the K, which let you know how hijacked the English is. Because we have no C, because we already got a K. The K is our K. That's our ka. We don't need a C. So they turned the G into a C. And the Gam became the Kimmel. The Gimel became the Kimmel. G's and C's. So no V's. And we have a duplicate Yah, which is not the name, but describes, worship and working, what kind of work you doing, right? So your secure breath ain't in that. And they've separated your frame and your shaper. In Christianity, only thinking about the Father. No one's thinking about Abba. No one's, getting cozy and being nurtured anymore with wisdom. You must be thoughtless, mama is screaming as you come through the gates, the door of the city. You must be thoughtless. How you not get this breath? So they already changed the W to V in this name. But then they also put the Y. Ping, pow, body back. Letting you know that the V's, the Vavs, and the Yahs are all a part of the same deception to get you off the W's. And the W's are important because it's your security, it's your frequency. We speak in sound, vibration. Vibration can heal you or kill you, man. But what happened when they put that Yah on it? What Yah are they, referring to when they talking Yah? This is the duplicate Yah, Managa. This is not the Yad. Their Yah is an explanation of defiance. You think they can do that to the Creator's name? You think they could play with the Creator's name like this? But what's Yah backwards? Ha. Now you back to the Ha, Yah, or Hawa, right? You got to reverse the curse to break the spell. Say it with me. Reverse the curse to break the spell. You don't want to put dismissal on the Creator's name. So when they put the Yahweh or Yahweh, they're putting dismissal in their, this is their play. This is their, attack. It's their attack, Managa, on everything that's natural by law. They're trying to tear down everything natural. Creator, everything. They're defiant against everything natural. They want to dismiss it with GMOs. They want to spray you up, hit you up in every way. Come on, man. Hijack City's doing this. So when you embrace the Yah, which Yah are you embracing? Because when I bring you to the Yad, are you embracing this? The arm and closed hand? I rock with all the Hebrew letters and meanings and roots, Managa. I rock with the whole vibration. But you're not going to just pick out one letter and attach the Creator only to this one letter that is outside the surrounding, nourishing wall of your breath and your security. You're going to have to see the play. If they say the Creator's name is Noon, I'll say the same thing. I rock with my Noon, but whatever energy and split they putting on their Noon to say that, instead of saying Hawa, it's going to be Noon Wa is the Creator. Well, now you're putting a different frequency on, and you duplicated it and made a phantom noon. Same thing with the Yah. I don't got an issue with the Yah. If I hear somebody with the name Yah, the meaning is all together within the name. It's not just Yah is the creator's name. How is that worship being, blended with the meaning of the name? They know who they worshiping, I hope. I don't need to check, oh, you got the creator's name in your name? What uh what creator are you worshiping? You know what I'm saying? What power? That's up to them. That's their name. But I know that Hijack Free, when the Hebrews had the Yah in the name, it's referring to the worship of the Most High over everything. It's not saying that the creator's name is Yah. Two different understandings, man. Yes, Yah is a Hebrew sound, right? Yah, right? But to get brainwashed by Hijack City with the Yah, that was a play. They just took something and duplicated it from our frequency and put it before or in lieu of, they've replaced the breath. They took the breath out, or said, oh, well, I'll put the defiance in front of the breath. Yah, Hawa. I like the Hawa, but I'm going to put the Yah, Hawa. Now you got an exclamation of defiance, Managa, and dismissal for your breath, for your security. And what do you got against the fifth and sixth letter anyway? It's the first breath you're going to get walking through the door. Mama said you must be thoughtless if you don't want this breath. You're going to need this Ha. And if the Yad was supposed to be here, the Yad would be here to connect with the breath. But you need security. You need to be hooked in with the tent peg. Because like a tent, the world is spread for you to live in, firm, fixed, and immovable, and get your Zan, get your weapon. The Matax is a weapon to cut. This is a cutting tool. This is a cutting tool to cut off the hijack, slice it clean, make a separation so you can have a wall, outside, inside, divide, cut it in half, whatever you need, and know what's surrounding it and know what's contained in it, because we get it out the mud, Managa. Natural by law, Managa. Do you know what you're worshiping with your Yah? Exclamation of defiance. You better know which Yah you are talking about when worshiping. The name, the Wah. See, when they put the Yah in front, you know what they're doing. It's happening at the same time as their Yah. This is at the same time as their explanation of defiance. So you know which Yah they're talking about. And now you're calling on it and saying, yeah, Yahweh, 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 Yahweh. That's not your Yah. That's not Yad. We're talking about the Hebrew verb Awah. This is where the root is. So why do you have an issue going back to the root? To the earlier form of whatever they bring it, the earlier form. Awah. We're just talking about the one who is the existing one. H1961, let's get there, because we're talking about to exist, right? And if that's the root word they're using to, they're replacing that with Lord and Lord this and Lord that. And we read randomly Psalms 96, it is talking about Lord, and it says from Havah, and then it brings us to 1933 Havah, and all this dancing around the Creator's name, replacing the W's with V's in our face. V's and Y's are interchangeable. Israelites' names, okay. Israelite names, because we know what the hard is. talking about, sovereign and reigning and ruler, right? So you got Hodiah. You could say, yeah, Hodiah sounds like Hodayah, but the hold is the breath, Panagi. So you're worshiping your breath and your security, which is the Hawa. Know what you're worshiping. My splendor is Yah. Well, they already changed it to the vibes and from the vibes, the Yahs and the W's, the Y's to the vibes. So if they're breaking this down finally with the two Y's, before this it was what? Dav, right? Now they got the V in it. We saw the first one with the V. And we saw how they changed the W's to V's, right? So we're talking Wa. They're adding the Yah. We're still talking Wa. He wouldn't be called Hada Yah. He would be called Hadawa. Hadawa. My splendor is Yah would be my splendor is Wa. Because the Ha, a lot of times is silent because you're taking the breath is the inhale, So the Wa would be heard. The breath would not be heard most of the time. So, then they got the Havas with two V's. Now, does that change the definition when you put two V's on it? But here we go with desire and chasm and destruction. So now you got to this destruction, calamity flow. Not with the W, with the double V, right? But even if that is the creator, we know that's the king of destruction. When the creator wants to destroy, calamity, no problem. That doesn't take away the name and meaning when we talk about the root word, Hova, right? Oh man, then they put the J in front. Now they got Jehovah, right? Come on, man. The Jah, the Wa, see, Jehovah, right? But it's still Hawa, Managi. It's still Hawa. It's still Hawa. Like Hawaii. The creator's name is in the land, the terrain, the people. Josh Hawa. It's in the people's names. Hova is Hawa. A ruin, disaster. Yeah. When you add an exclamation of defiance, like the Yahs or the Vavs, now you put a defiance and dismissal on the creator's name. That is a disaster. That is a that is a ruin. You're ruining Hawa's name. Ho-Ha, Amorite king of Hebron. God. We know what the Ho is. The Ho is the alas. What's the breath? Hoi, same thing as the Ho. Alas, right? Same thing. Alas. Ah, right? So the Hoi is just the Ha or the almost there. Hey, I told y'all. Got numbers based on opportunity. We got the hook. Almost sounds like the Hulk. To come, right? Remember, that's the whole definition of Hawa, to be, to come to pass. To become, right? To exist. All right. So we see all these variations. They're dancing around the creator's name still. Then they get madness. Well, hey, to some hijacks, the creator can be madness. But the funny thing is that that's the only definition it gives, and it says from halal. Now we know better. We know better. Halal means to praise. So how do they get madness tied up with praise? And that's a question Hijack City needs to answer. I can't tell you. I can't. I can only take you to the door of the mind of a hijack. I can't open that door for you. I can't make you walk through Hijack City, man. Come on, man. My bad, Hijack. I'm talking about you. I'm talking bad about you, Hijack. Hijack City. Yeah, we'll wait. get fluid right quick, man. Get our twinkle on. All right, man. I'm gonna take it back. I'll take it back, man. Come on, man. There we go. Look at this, man. Hijack City in real time. Hijack City in real time. Let's take it back to the horse. Can I get back to the horse? It's all right, man. Drop Nation, we've been patiently waiting. We've been, dealing with these random hijacks for a long time. They come and they go. Static comes, static goes. Ping pow, it's all good. All right, we got Hawk, man. Bring up, come, go up. Let's go. Then you got Hola, Holele, Holala. Again, brings you to madness. We say, how can that be, man? You just talking aloud. What does allow mean? To be boastful or to praise. So what are you boasting about? Are you boasting about yourself? Well, that would be insanity to Hawaii. That would be insanity. If you're boasting about yourself, you got arrogant. If you're boasting about the Creator, now you're giving praise, right? Now we're talking about praise and glory. So either you can go mad with the praise, arrogant. That's insanity, because how can you boast above the Creator? To boast above Hawaii is insanity. When we talk halal, we're talking praising the Creator. We're not talking about praising ourselves. Singing praises. Halal. So that's just clarity, because somebody, some knucklehead would just say aloud, say, oh, madness, madness, arrogance, and not see the full picture. It is madness if you are praising yourself or boasting yourself above your tribe, above your Creator especially. But to praise Hawaii is to praise, to give glory to the Creator. Hallel, Hallel. Okay. He has praised. So, Holele almost looks like hallelujah, which is just halal Hawaii. Did y'all know that? Hallelujah, right, is halal Hawaii. You just gotta put your syllables back together, your vibration back. Halal Hawaii or hallelujah, right? They're singing to Yah or they're singing to the Creator. Hawaii, Hawaii, halal Hawaii. Those, that vibration, sequencing your vibration is tuning you up, is charging you up. It means you're aware once you can, conquer your vibration again, man. Back to this hallelujah, same thing from halal. You got the hums, you got the hymns. You singing praise, you humming. To murmur, roar, defeat, and battle. So you feel the strength, man. You feel power when you got that ha, that hum, that he, ha, he, ha, ho. All this is coming from ha, right? Wow. Are we getting there? Almost at H1961. Oh, mom. All right. That's a Horite. Okay. Like I said, some of these are proper names. But you know why they put the Ho in there? Because the Ho is the Hun, right? Like the Huns, the Hun dynasty. To be easy. Hey, honey. Hey, hon. You don't know why you calling your honey, honey. But now you know. It's all about that ha. Take it easy. Who? Who? Ha. Like honor. It's spelled H-O-N. Honor. Right. Wealth. Sufficiency. All with that ha. Mama said, you know, you want wealth? You want riches? Well, wisdom is worth more than rubies and finest gold. But ain't no kingdom fortified without Big Mama. King Solomon had to pray for wisdom and understanding. God, back to Proverbs chapter 8, she said, Mama says, I am understanding. I am power. Power is mine, Manake. I am understanding. Power is mine. You better know who you praying to. You're talking about your breath, your security. Wow. When you walk through that door, the breath is the first to greet you, Big Mama, with her arms out. Framer, shaper, Manake. That's your house. Ama, Abba, mother, father, father, mother, put it together. Ain't no daddy without Big Mama. Ain't no Big Mama popping off without Big Daddy. And we are the seeds. We are, the firstborn. Israel. Yah has heard. Notice they changed the ha or ho to the Yah. See how slick they are in doing this? You see it? Hawa to Yahweh. Ha or ho to Yeho. Why they keep putting the Yah in front? Why they keep putting the Yah in front, right? When they just coming back to the Hebrew root verb, Hawa, earlier form of Heya, the existing. Why they keep putting a Yah in front? Because it's Hijack City. And in Hijack City, everything's about defiance and dismissal for all the natural ones, and of course the creator of all the natural ones, right? 1812 is the Battle of Tecumseh, Khan, and now we got their Yahs. Exclamation of defiance on the creator, right on the head bone of the Chickamauga Cherokee. Do you see clearly, Manage? Because I need you to see clearer than clear. When all this came into big 1812, you know what's popping. You surfing the wave with the Chickamauga Wars. This was your last stand. This is Israel's last stand right here in America. Right here in America, where the tribes had an opportunity to tribe up against a real hijack. Instead, these more and more treaties on treaties and Nagas on Nagas, man, killing and stealing from each other, stealing land, killing for the promised land, out of code. We killed ourselves, man. They didn't kill us. We killed ourselves, man. They didn't defeat us. We defeated ourselves. We had the exclamation of defiance or dismissal against our code and our creator, everything all at once. That's why they put the Yah in front of the Wah, right? We didn't have no Yah in front of our Wah. we have Hawa. So it should read, Hawa has her. We're talking about the royal family of Judah, house of David. Hosea, right? Now we know what the Ho is the Ha, right? I mean, now my niggas, we got clarity. Hosea, which means salvation. So you know we're talking that breath and that security. And did you know that Hosea is also Joshua? So who is Hosea? Hosea is the hijacked free name of Joshua, which it gives us another body bag. Because they can try to break the name up later and say Hosea, because it's an EA, and try to put a Y there and put a Yah, right? Hosea. But really, we see it's the UA, Joshua. So how many times do they do that in the names? You know, put the Yah at the end, Josh, or Hosea, or, the EA, which is really a UA. Wah, yeah. Shemaiah is really Shemawa. We changed the frequency of the name. Then it says from Yasha. This is how they get the Yashea or Yeshua, right? Yeshaya, Yeshua from Yasha. But we're just talking about salvation. I mean, Yasha's way back there in the Strong's Concordance, man, right? Yasha, to deliver. This is a phantom. It's a indication of the Hosea, Hosea, or Hoshua, Hashua, Hashua, Hawashua, Hashua, right? Avenge, deliver, right? We want to be delivered, gaining the victory, brought salvation. Hosea, Hashua. Let's go. Almost there, my niggas. You taking this walk with a nigga? Shabbat Shalom on the Shabbat. Hashay, Hashaya, or we still talking about Hashwa? Wait. Then I say, wait till they try to put a Y for Hosea and turn it into Hosea. And here we go. Hashaya. Oh, now you saw that in real time. I didn't know this was next. But look what they did. Hashia, Hashia, Shia. And that's the Hashwa. They turn it to Heya, right? They to Heya. But we still talking about being saved. So we still talking about Hashwa. Hashua, right? Not Yahshua. Hashua. All right. Now you got how there, right? But we still talking about shouting out, right? Shouting what? Right? Abundance, superabundance, it says. This one's funny, man. Hoot. To shout out, same thing. So we still, you got this energy, this frequency being shouted out. My baby girl was working on some, karate forms, different forms and stuff. And every time, she would do her yell out, like her kia, you know, she would say hook, hook, hook. And her brothers would tease her, like, why do you keep saying hut? She'd be like, hut, hut. And I'd be like, man, you sound like you about to hike a football. And then I ran into this right after she went to sleep. So I got to save it. I got to save this for us and let her know that she's speaking that frequency, man. She's speaking the Hebrew, and it means to shout at, right? To shout out or to shout at. And that is her yell out, her shout out for her, karate flow, man. So, hey, shout out to baby girl, man, because she's shouting out, hook, hook. And that's what the quarterbacks say, right? Hook, hook. And did you know that he's speaking Hebrew? This is crazy, right? I think we all learning some Hebrew today, man. We learning something today, man. Hot there, right? Back to the hook. Abundance, super abundance. All right, almost there. Hazir to dream. Okay, now we dreaming. Taking a walk with Ezekiel in there, man. Taking a walk with Enoch. Back to the high, which we know is the whole, you know what I'm saying, which is before it was the alas or the, and now they say the wailing, the lamenting, because whatever shock of the, of the revelation can also reveal lamentation. So the high can also be a lamenting. Interesting, right? Wow. Hadad, that's more shouting and cheering. But you need the breath, the ha, to shout and to cheer. You need the breath. The hoidoth, songs of praise. Again, you need the breath to praise. Back to the halal. You see it coming together. And then they hit us with the heya, finally, right? And we already got that the heya is the later form of hawa, or hawa is the earlier form of heya, right? So by the time we get to heya, which is the ping pow jack point as far as they're going to give us with this lexicon Strong's Concordance flow, we still got to ask more questions to get to the earlier form of heya, back to the hawa. You got to keep searching till you get to the fifth and the sixth letter of the Picto-Paleo-Hebrew. Now you made it to the ha-wa. And I can't make this stuff up. That after you get your strong power in your house and you gather, you tribe up, you move through a door, through an entrance, you get your ha-wa or ha-wa, earlier form of heya, right? So ha-wa happens right after you walk through the door. And it's a framer and a shaper coming together to give you the breath or revelation and the security so that you are, so that you have foundation. So just like the world, you are fixed, firm, and immovable. So you cannot be shaken, just like the world. Ha-wa to get your Zion, your food, my nigga. Will you cut it out, man? Hijack, get out of here, man. If you don't have the Creator's name by the time you get your Zion, your food, your Zion, if you don't have the Creator's name by then, if you don't have your Creator's name when you fresh walk through the door with Big Mama standing at the entrance to the city at the gates, if you don't get Big Mama when you walk through the door, my nigga, you ain't gonna get Big Mama when it's cut off. So it makes sense that you get your breath, your security, which is the name. Wow, because you walked through the entrance, because you kept the code, because you gathered with yourself, your family, your house, you, Managa. This is your story. Strong power, leader, in your family, your tribe, you tribing up. You move through that door together and you get that look together. You see clearly. You got your dragon back. You got your your breath. You got your wow security. Wow. Earlier form of hay. So by the time they give us hay in Mananga, we are well informed and educated that we're talking about the Hawa, which is why in phonetics they still have the W. And they say, oh, it's to fall out. Did the creator fall out with you? Come to pass. Is the creator bringing things to pass? Become, be, what else? Oh, whoa, look at this. Look at this. We hit the jackpot. Now we got all the meanings letting you know that this is where it all comes from. The Heya or Hawa. Now we got the meanings. So what does Hawa mean? According to the Strong's Exhaustive or the NAS Exhaustive Concordance, administered, allotted, am, appeared, applied, became his and lived, became, become, anything to be, right? We're talking the one who is the existing. Bang. What? The one who is, was, is, before, later, past, present, future. You just follow all this and it's a story. Hawa has endured, Hawa has exhausted Hawa's patience, man. But we're talking about existed, exist, right? Say it with me. Body bag for the illusion. So we know we're talking Hawa when we talk existence. Because even in the Strong's Concordance, the exhaustive concordance, we got the same existence. To be, to become, to come to pass. You know what I mean? To happen, happen. It's happening. It's all happening. And in that existence, you might fall. You might have failed, but did you give up? Are you gone? Are you a had been? Or are you happening? Who's helped you? Are you telling the truth, man? Come on. We're talking about marrying, right? And then you got the harlotry because of the idolatry and the adultery, right? So all this is being told in the story. And you see the jackpot, even in the Brown Driver Briggs. And they break down, occurrence take place, come to pass. Everywhere it's being found as a root word. And I like this one here. Mm. Oh, okay. A primitive root compare Hava. So back to the Havas, right? They dropped us in 1933. They dropped us with the Havas. We had to surf that rabbit hole all the way to 1961 to get the jackpot of existence. But it didn't tell us that on 1933. You know, it's just to be, to become, right? We're talking about existence. All together, accomplished, come to be. Huh? Did you break the code? Did you break Hawa's heart? All this is your story. All this is your Tao. That's why they keep putting that X right there, because X marks the spot. Because the letter Tau is the last letter, but it's also the beginning, because you're coming back together. Two cross sticks, Ezekiel 37, for the tribe, the northern tribe, for the southern tribe, for Judah, for Ephraim. That's the mark, that's the sign, that's the signal, that's the monument, that's the covenant, that's the Tau. Oh, wow, oh, wow. That's the moral of the story, is the covenant to come back together, the tribe to exist. This is how we be in code. Exist, to be in existence. All the days which he shall have been lived. All this is wow. You don't have life without your breath, without your security. Anything to do with life and being and existing comes from the breath, comes from the wow, wow. That's how you get it when you come through the door. What did Big Mama say? That's how you get it when you come through the door. Mama said, you must be thoughtless. Oh, you fools, you must be thoughtless. We hear you, Big Mama. We ain't thoughtless no more. We ain't thoughtless no more. Hijack City. We hear you, Big Mama. We ain't thoughtless no more. Proverbs chapter 8, man. Does wisdom not cry and understanding put forth her voice? So when Solomon's praying for understanding, he's praying for her. She stands in the top of high places by the way of the places of the paths. The path is where X marks the spot. The path is the Tao. She's by the way in the places of the paths. We're talking about where the paths meet, my nigga. She cried at the gates, at the entry of the city, at the coming in, at the door. That's why this can't be a man with the arms raised. This is Mama crying at the entrance, at the door. You had to gather and walk through that door, right? And by the time you make it through that door, mama's right there with that breath. And to you, old man, I call, and my voice is to the sons of man. We're talking all the knowledge, right? Oh, you simple, understand wisdom. Oh, you fools, be of an understanding heart. Hear, for I will speak of excellent things, and the opening of my lips shall be right things. For my mouth shall speak truth, and wickedness is an abomination to my lips. So mama, stay in code. There ain't no abomination when we talk about Big Mama. Get it straight. All the words of my mouth are in righteousness. There is nothing forward or perverse in them. Mama is pure water. They are all plain to him that understands, and right to them that find knowledge. Receive my instruction and not silver. Don't sell out to hijack city. Receive the instruction of mama. That's why she's crying out at the gates, at the entry of the city, at the coming in, at the door. Counsel is mine. Sound wisdom. I am understanding. Here it says, I have strength. In the Tanakh, it says, power is mine. By me, kings reign, and princes decree justice. By me, princes rule, and nobles or kings, even all the judges of the earth. I love them that love me, and those that seek me. Right? You come through that gate, you better be seeking that breath. Seek me, early shall find me. Riches and honor are with me. Didn't we just say that? Wealth, right? Wisdom is the conqueror of fortune. Comes through mama. She fortifies your house. Yea, durable riches and righteousness are with me. How come she didn't say go to daddy for this? How come this is in the Bible? How come daddy's letting her pop off like this? Shoot, man, you better ask somebody about Big Mama, about your breath. If you want to inherit substance. Yeah. The fear of Hawa is to hate evil. That means you don't want to be out of code no more. Pride, remember the boastfulness, the arrogancy, the evil way, the forward mouth. How many of my knockers is falling under that right now? Just look on social media, man. It's heartbreaking. Mama gives us the counsel. She cries at the gates, at the entry of the city, coming in at the doors. Hawa. You walk through the door. In the Picto Paleo Hebrew, the same story is told. Allah Hawa. You got mama with the revelation, the real revelation with the breath. Because she's crying out. She's calling out. She's crying out. I like the Tanakh translation as well. Wow. We're going to get this and make a flat drop dismount, man. Shabbat Shalom. I just like to keep bringing this vibration to the cons because, more than anything, when we going through what we struggling, and we overcoming, we got to keep that breath, circulating, my knocking, And you just got to keep praising the why every way you can. When we talk flat drop, we praising the creator. When we talk 432, we praising the creator, the frequency. When we talk indigenous truth, we praising the creator. We blaming ourselves for getting invaded, for being out of code. Of course, when we talking the code, we praising the creator. And at Drop Nation 432 the drop, in our heart bone, in our ruach, we are praising the creator every chance we get. Tribal music, we praising the creator. When Chef Candy does her Zan recipes, it's Levitical diet, man. We praising the creator. Yeah, see? That's why I like this Tanakh flow. Does not wisdom call? Understanding put forth her voice in the top of high places by the way, where the paths meet. X marks the spot. She's standing right there. They replaced her and put JC on the cross. Mama over there with the paths meet. They replaced Mama. Instead of Mama being at the right hand of the Father, Mama at the right hand of Big Daddy, they put Jesus at the right hand, right? The towel, the cross sticks, they put Jesus on the cross. But Mama stands where the paths meet. X marks the spot. That's the dragon lines on the earth, the grid, the ley lines, the energy centers, the vortexes, the chakras. That's the dragon lines. That's the frequency. That's the breath. That's Hawa, the revelation. Mama stands where the paths meet. They hijack Mama for JC. You looking for JC, you forgot all about Mama. Mama says, fool, you must be thoughtless. Beside the gates at the entry of the city, at the coming in of the doll, right? Dalet, coming in at the doors, she cries aloud. She's giving you that look. Hey, look over here, Naga. You must be thoughtless. You forgot about me? Unto you, oh man, I call my voices to the sons of men. Oh, you thoughtless? Did you forget? Understand prudence. You fools be of an understanding heart, man. That's how Big Mama talk to you when you ain't listening. Yeah, you walk through the door, but you still gotta get this work. You still gotta get this work. And then you listen and Mama says, all right, listen up, man. I'm gonna speak excellent things, man. Yeah, power is mine. Counsel is mine. Sound wisdom. I am understanding. Power is mine. Tanakh only sessions, man. Power is mine. So how come she didn't say power is your father's? Because she is designed to give you the breath. Do you have a powerful punch without breathing? So you need the breath, the revelation. You need to know where to punch, where to kick, right? That has to be revealed to you. Power is mine. You want to set up a kingdom? You need understanding. You need wisdom. Power is mine. Daddy gave Mama the power to pop off, but Mama's going to say, it's my power. And they are one. It is Hawa. It is your breath. It is your security. It is your Wa. Feminine, masculine, one house. This is what your house is modeled after. When you were in code, kingdom of David is the kingdom of Sheba. Managa is the kingdom of Queen Khalifa. Managa, it's one tribe, framer, shaper, flow. We rule as one. I am understanding. Power is mine. By me kings reign. And princes decree justice, man. Come on. Yeah, man. I love talking about Big Mama, as you already know. Well, let's go, man. Allah. This is real simple. A child can understand it. You don't have to study Hebrew for 15 years. You can, understand the frequency. Have your children write it out every day. One day let them work on the Picto. Another day let them work on the Paleo. Let them learn the modern so that they can translate for a night, right? Let them have the story being told within their inner ruach. That when they walk through the door, they get their breath and their security. And that Hawa is the earlier form of Hey. Hawa is the existing. And this is why they use it in the concordance. And this is why they use it, you know what I'm saying? This is why they keep, switching out, giving us Lord this and Lord that. And they're getting all this from the breath. They're getting all this from the security. But they've substituted all Hawas with Hayas and Havas and Yahs and Yahwehs and Yahwehs and God and all this other stuff. Allah above, right? Everything's been substituted. No one can speak your frequency. No one can speak Hawa. First 7 letters of the Hebrew, you're going to get the Creator's name. And on the 7th letter, you rest, man. 7th letter, 7th day, you get your food and get your nourishment and have a cutoff day. Or cut off all the hijack completely. Shabbat Shalom. Allahu. In the summer of 1927, this dreamer's quest led to a widely known arbiter of the mathematical universe. A gentleman better fitted with quarters in one of the famous ivy draped buildings of the New England University after hearing only an introduction to the then unknown conception that in the realistic view of the universe, there is no, quote, planetary isolation. There are no isolated balls spinning by night. Everything is connected. Land, water, more plane. It's just more plane. More earth. There are no ends to the earth. No planetary isolation and no ends. The keeper of the mathematical universe vociferously exclaimed, What you have me doubt? Would you have me doubt my senses? Tranquility came the response. Yes, since it is established that your sense of sight deceives you. That sense is, in particular, should always be subjected to brain sight, where all true seeing is had. The great lens manipulator knew only the mathematical universe, and he presented it as a factual universe. In blindness of rage engendered by fear of the unknown, he shouted, Away with you! How dare you tell me there are no celestial spheres? And no space between such conditions. Undisturbed by such reception, the youthful pilgrim departed that university's magnificent halls of yearning and sought other fields for exposition of his perception's extraordinary findings. This is F. Amadeo Giannini telling you a story about himself as the youthful pilgrim going into all these universities, such as Johns Hopkins University, and them trying to shut it down, but him getting more and more proof from atmospheres, stratosphere experiments, and then he had so much drive they just couldn't ignore it. Shortly thereafter, he was graciously received in the Cardinal's palatial mansion at nearby Brighton, Massachusetts, there in a private audience with His Eminence William Cardinal O'Connell, Archbishop of Boston. An impressive word portrait was submitted of the work then known as physical continuum. This is another fancy way of saying that everything is physically continuing or connected. The work was, at that time, most premature, for there had not been confirmation of its sensational features. Thus, when subsequently afforded press reference, it was described as more daring than anything Jules Verne's ever conceived. So it was mind blasting, right? In that initial 1927 recital, it was shown that the theory of isolated stars and planets is founded on illusion. It was asserted that every celestial area is definitely attached, as the human legs and arms are connected with the torso. It was explained that such physical attachment of celestial areas and the physical connections of celestial areas with the terrestrial are always land, water, or ice. So outer space, when you look up on that dark space, it's just more water. And those areas you see lit up are more celestial areas, that are, have this luminosity to them, just like we would have luminosity to them. And it's all connected in the physical continuum, always of land, water, or ice. It was further disclosed how at that time conquest of the celestial conquest, right? Because that's what they did when they came to this part of heaven. We had a heaven too. It was conquested, right? It was conquered, right? So how many more lands beyond the poles have these hijacks conquered? How far will they be allowed to go? How at that time conquest of the celestial could be accomplished by penetration of land existing beyond the imaginary North Pole and South Pole. Conquest of the celestial could be accomplished by penetration of land existing beyond the imaginary North Pole and South Pole, Manana. Or the true geographic centers of the supposedly, quote, isolated globe, Earth. Such movement from polar areas was described as leading directly into celestial areas appearing up or out. Don't look up because it's really out. Reflections, phantoms, and duplications, necromancy, spells, misinformation. We're just talking worlds beyond the poles. On the following day, the unprecedented recital was continued with a description of what every area of the Earth's outer sky surface would present to observation from stratospheric darkness and from other land areas of the universe. It was explained that the unified terrestrial outer sky surface would be detected as luminous and deceptively globular in isolated areas. Hence, the terrestrial sky would present the identical, quote, star and planet pattern projected by luminous celestial sky areas. It was then disclosed that the observable luminosity of all celestial areas results from the fact that every celestial area possesses the same sky known to envelope the terrestrial. Whoa. So we share the same sky, possibly under the same dome or firmament, right? It was claimed that the Earth's blue sky is luminous when observed against the dark stratosphere by inhabitants of celestial land territory. Hence, it is the existence of a blue sky enveloping all celestial areas, which permits terrestrial inhabitants to observe that celestial blue sky's gaseous luminosity against stratosphere darkness. We're going to be back in this. I'm just getting here a little and there a little in Worlds Beyond the Poles by F. Amadeo Giannini. Click the links, man. Have a good time. We'll, I'm just belly flopping with this Hebeler production. Shout out to you. Fair use in the caboose boat of Hijack City. We're going to do some educational research, teaching, and maybe some criticism and comments. We'll surf the wave. We won't get all of it, obviously, but I'm going to introduce this documentary. I've never heard of it or watched it, but it's a part of this crash course in Flat Earth that I got looking into this Rob Skiba drop, man, and rest in power, Rob Skiba once more. All the independent researchers, man, that, have put the energy, the time, the frequency into the truth, man, the melanated true earth plane. So let's get a few minutes for the dismount. We've been hot with the flat drop. You already know, man. That's where we are scorching hot at for sure, for shaking down. Tribe up, man. Shalom to the cons. Fall back, enjoy some mind blasting, information, man. Take it with the vibration, because the information without the vibration is vanity. So take the information with the vibration of seeking Hawa, seeking the handiwork, seeking your habitation, seeking clarity, man, seeking your orientation. Because we got orientation pies and orientation enchiladas. Allow.
Just our common sense everyday perception of the Earth, it is flat as far as we can tell. It is motionless as far as we can tell. And everything in the sky is revolving around us as far as we can tell. If nobody told us otherwise, we logically assume that the Earth was flat, motionless, with everything in the sky revolving around us. And you can prove that this is the case as well. For instance, with the horizon, as you rise up, no matter how high you go on the top of Mount Everest, or if you go in a balloon higher and higher, we've gotten independent balloons have gone up with cameras. The horizon.
And it's experiments like these, man, that are just truly mind blasting. You see a clear, flat plane. You see how close the sun is. It's supposed to be 96 million miles away. Does it look 96 million quintillion miles? Or is it like the Book of Enoch, only about 3,000 miles away? Doesn't it look like it's within the firmament, not outside the firmament? This is from an independent, researcher sending a balloon, high altitude balloon, you know what I mean? So we can do our own experiments, and this is science at its purest form. Let's go. Repeatable and observable science, evidence.
And remains flat all the way around. And
come on, my nugget. Ain't no flat line on no ball. And don't say the ball's so big, it just looks. Stop it, man, because you use all this exaggerated curvature for all these other shots from NASA. But ours is just a straight line, and it's independent. No curve. And it's just too big to see the curve even from this altitude. Stop playing.
Rises to the eye of the camera all the way up, totally flat, and rises to the eye of the observer. So that's one proof. Now, if the Earth were a ball, no matter how big, the horizon is said to be the curvature of the ball.
If you were to go to NASA, it's all fraud, it's all fake.
Right.
Pretty much everything NASA puts out is.
Now you see this exaggerated curvature. I'm going to go back again from an independent balloon camera. Back over here. Get it like this. All right. Just watch the dramatic curvature pop up. And you're going to see the big difference between an independent camera and NASA's cameras. Fisheye lens, hijack city.
With the horizon, as you rise up, no matter how high you go on the top of Mount Everest, or if you go in a balloon higher and higher, we've gotten independent balloons have gone up with cameras. The horizon remains flat all the way around.
Hold up, man.
And rises.
Go ahead and screenshot this one, man. Give it a nice little screenshot. It don't get that. It don't get no flatter than this, man. Goodness gracious. Shabbat Shalom.
To the eye of the camera all the way up, totally flat, and rises to the eye of the observer. So that's one proof. Now, if the Earth were a ball, no matter how big, the horizon is said to be the curvature of the ball.
If you were to go to NASA, it's
Now look at these dramatic curves, and this is from NASA. These are NASA, supposed NASA shots, right? What happened to that flatness? I thought we was just, the Earth was too big to see the curve, and now from that same trajectory, look at this dramatic ass curve. Stop the capery.
It's all fraud. It's all fake. Pretty much everything NASA puts out is fraudulent.
Yeah.
There are no images of Earth from space. Put an end to this topic once and for all. Turn the Hubble round and show us Earth in real time, but they will not do it. They can't do it. It can't. It doesn't exist. It literally doesn't exist. Looking at these images of Earth, including the one they called the Big Blue Marble, which was released in 2002, I think. Zoom into it with Photoshop, you'll see where they've used the clone tool in Photoshop to take a picture of one of the clouds and stamp it in various places around the picture. They got lazy.
If the Earth is 25,000 miles in circumference, there must exist a curvature drop of 8 inches times the mile when you square the mile.
Whoa.
1 mile means there should be an 8-inch curvature drop. 2 miles, 2 times 2 times 8 is 32. That's 32-inch drop. 3 miles would be a 72-inch drop. And this would exponentially continue. Here's the longest bridge in the world. The Danyang Kongchon Grand Bridge in China, 102.4 miles long. There should exist nearly 7,000 feet of curvature drop in that bridge. 7,000 foot curvature drop. Do you see it? It ain't there. Look at the horizon. It's flat.
You can see in that dive shot that the inside camera, the horizon is completely flat. Then it goes to the outside, and you got a huge curve. But when you're looking at some of the amateur balloon footage, some of it's lens corrected and it's completely flat. And others, like the GoPro stuff, the horizon will fluctuate as the camera spins and tilts. The horizon will go convex and concave. A lens effect. It's obviously not the horizon shifting every 2 seconds as the camera jumps.
Yeah.
And when it's still, you can see all the way up, totally flat. NASA is essentially Hollywood, and all the images that you think you've seen of a spinning ball Earth are faked. And all the amateur balloon and rocket footage that we've sent up there shows a flat horizon that rises all the way up. And that's impossible on a ball.
Humans, for the most part, don't have a clue. They don't want one or need one either. They're happy. They think they have a good bead on things.
Well, why the big secret? People are smart. They can handle it.
A person is smart. People are dumb, panicky, dangerous animals, and you know it. 1,500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was the center of the universe. 500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was flat. Imagine what you know tomorrow.
The horizon, for instance, is always completely flat, and you don't feel any motion. So if you were just born today and looked out, you wouldn't assume that you're standing on a spinning ball. You'd assume that you are on a flat, motionless plane. So to assume that we are on a spinning ball is actually contrary to our common sense and our everyday experience. And there's also experiments that have been done to test whether we're on a spinning ball or not.
My question was, why, if it's a flat Earth, why couldn't you stand on the coast of California with a telescope and see Japan or Hawaii or something? And I think you know the answer to that. I'll let you answer that.
Yeah. You can't see an unlimited distance. The lowest layer is the densest and not transparent. So if you imagine like a hot, humid day, the haze over a road, all telescopes will eventually blur out in that same kind of way due to the air. So no, you can't see an infinite distance.
Is the Earth flat or round? It's round. Okay, now let's see. How do we go about proving that? Go to the seashore. Go to a seashore.
Watch as ships sail away. They don't disappear all at once. No, first, the bottom will disappear. See, the bottom of the ship is gone. Now we can see midway up, and then the whole thing disappears.
I guess.
Now, ships came back. They didn't fall off the table. So people realized that the world is curved. I mean, it's a big curve, but it's curved. So, the process of testing claims, the world is flat, the world is round, is what we call science. Now, if you have a claim that can't be tested, that's what we call pseudoscience. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary proof. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary proof.
Boats don't disappear over the curvature of the horizon. Boats disappear due to perspective. All you have to do is go to the beach, watch a boat disappear from your eye, and then whip out your telescope, your binoculars, or your high-powered zoom on your camera, and you can pull the entire boat right back into view.
Dang.
Whole mass and all. Yeah, that's right. You think the boat disappeared? Just whip out your telescope, your binoculars, or your zoom camera. You bring the entire boat back into view, completely debunking everything Coy just told you. And here's my video proof.
Extraordinary claims require extraordinary proof.
Imagine that. You can debunk the curvature of the Earth yourself with just a simple zoom on your camera. Bye-bye, little boat.
The flat Earth? Well, that didn't stand up to tests. The round Earth did.
And you guys, come on. Everybody watches newscasts. You all use mobile phones. You all see airplanes fly around. You all go to see Ed Sheeran in concert one day in London, another day in Melbourne, Australia. This all depends on our fundamental understanding of the size of the Earth and its shape with extraordinary precision.
What
did you just say?
The way we teach science is you're just some empty vessel and we pour the science into you and then you regurgitate it on an exam. Because Earth, we know it spins once day, yes.
Off to a great start.
So you spin, when you spin pizza dough, it kind of flattens out.
Yeah.
Gets wider in the middle, and so Earth, throughout its life, even when it formed, it was spinning, and it got a little wider at the equator than it does at the pole. Not only that,
Capper.
it's slightly wider below the equator than above the equator.
A little chubbier.
A little chubbier.
Yeah.
Chubby's a good word. It's like pear-shaped.
Yeah.
So, it turns out the pear-shapedness is bigger than the height of Mount Everest above sea level. Well, let me just so you understand. We've been fed a lie our entire, I want to call it a lie. We've been fed.
It's a point of view thing, I think.
We've been fed Earth has been misrepresented to us by
Science!
Pear-shaped.
Science!
So they're all trying to figure out, is the universe spinning around us or are we spinning around the universe? They tell you, we don't know shit. We're looking at a bunch of lights in the goddamn sky. You're gonna tell me that that light and that light, that's 250, 100 trillion light years away? How the fuck did you figure that out?
Well, don't they have an explanation for that shit?
No, exactly. That's what you just said right now. What you just said now is what everyone's natural reaction. Because anytime someone says anything about space, you automatically think, someone figured it out. You don't know the guy's name. You don't know the name of the experiment. You didn't look into it yourself. You just think when someone tells you, how far is the Earth from the sun? They'll say, 93 million miles away. Like you just, everybody relies on someone figured that out and someone double checked it. You're going on what you read. And right now, cosmology, they don't know what the fuck to do. You know what they found out? The cosmic microwave background shows that all the galaxies are on shelves lined up to us. That we're at the fucking center. They don't know what to think about. Yeah, there's a lot of controversy going on about it.
You should see the stars do all sorts of strange motions, but you don't. You only see them make these perfect circles. That tells me that it's the stars that are moving, not the Earth.
The Copernicus principle, the one that we live by, is that we're insignificant, we mean nothing, we're a speck in the universe. That's the heliocentric model, that we go around the sun. The geocentric model means that everything goes around us. That's what this is in the Bible. That's what the first astronomers were saying. Ptolemy was the first one to say, yeah, we are the center. You can tell based on these observations, everything's revolving around us.
Earth is the center of the universe, and we stand still, and the universe spins around us.
You know what? They've lied so much. NASA's lied so goddamn much that I don't believe shit
I see. They've got that satellite image of that frozen moon. What's that frozen moon?
Oh, let me see if that's CGI. Find that They got a picture of a frozen fucking moon? I guarantee you it's CGI. No way they could take a picture.
Heliocentric model is in trouble. Watch as the sunlight shrinks and follows the sun. It's definitely a locally illuminating sun, not far away, not very big, and definitely not 93 million miles away.
There's a place in Bolivia called Salar del Uyuni, which is a salt flat. It's literally 100 miles wide one way and 80 miles across. And it's perfectly flat. And when it rains, literally you get an inch of water and it looks like a perfect mirror. Now, how does that happen on a sphere? Yeah, it shows you that, you know, if you're one end of this salt flat, you can see perfectly clearly the other end 100 miles away. So it's just showing you that, you know, the Earth is flat, and without the effect of the waves in the sea, you'll be able to see a whole lot further. Took a picture across the Great Lakes from Michigan and was able to see, I believe, Chicago, which he shouldn't have been able to see. And the television station basically said it was a mirage.
I found this photo, Randmere State Park. This is from Joshua Nowicki, and what you're seeing here is a mirage. We typically would not be able to see this from the Lake Michigan shore. We talked about this last night. Conditions are right on the lake, that we're actually seeing a mirage of the Chicago skyline. Very interesting here. Here's what's happening. This is a good example of a Superior mirage. So Joshua was on the Lake Michigan shore. He was looking towards the west, and Chicago's beyond the horizon. Should not be able to see it. However, with the right conditions, we have an inversion. We have cold air near the cold lake water and some relatively warmer air above it. This will bend the image of that skyline back towards the viewer. And so typically we would not be able to see this. This image would be viewable from much, much higher in the sky.
Stop the cavalry, man. And rest in power, Rob Scaper, man. He, you know, we saw that last time. He got in the boat, went straight with his high power, you know, camera, telescope, and he could clearly see Chicago clearly and proved that it wasn't a mirage as he kept going straight. It was right there. And pretty soon you could see it with the naked eye, man. A couple more minutes for the dispatch.
They always say it's a mirage, but for a mirage to happen, you have to have very specific atmospheric conditions. It's not a mirage, it's simply that you're looking across a plain.
Now, how come in all these ball pictures, man, you can see all the continents pretty much, and there's just a little bit of clouds here and there. Man, it's like some of these pictures, like there's some where they show the Earth at night and you can see all the lights and stuff. It's like, you're telling me the entire continent didn't have clouds? The entire fucking continent, like you can see Africa and all these lights and all this stuff. Like, you know, if you turn on your porch light, I guess you can see it from space, apparently. And it's like there's no clouds in some of these pictures.
And they spelled out the word sex, right, recently, probably a few months ago in one of the clouds.
But, you know, if they do their research, they say, well, those are composites. And I said, well, how come they copy and paste the clouds on some of these? And they use the same cloud form. Like, if you're going to make a composite, but you shouldn't be copying and pasting clouds. That means you're adding stuff that's not real.
Yeah, and the thing is, those pictures that you're talking about, the blue marble pictures, you know, I think there's about maybe 8 to 10 of them over time that NASA has put out, and you're absolutely right. None of those pictures look the same. The color of the water is different. Like you said, the continents are different sizes. It's just unbelievable. And I think what happened originally was they would put these things out and nobody was paying any attention to it. You know, and then all of a sudden now people are paying attention to it, and now they're pulling these pictures in, and it's an obvious fraud.
What?
And the thing is, there's supposedly tens of thousands of satellites orbiting Earth. We can't get any close-ups of Earth. We can't get a view of Australia with the buildings upside down.
And they'll look at you like you're crazy. But really, you're the sane one for asking real questions. They're the fucking idiots for just repeating school book bullshit. That's how it works. I was taught school book bullshit in public school, and somehow I was able to break free and free my mind. You know how I did it? I watched NASA rockets explode a bunch of times. Fly off sideways and not go to space.
If you watch the trajectory of the space shuttle, it doesn't go straight up. It always goes in a curve and out to sea. The point is, they actually go horizontal. The space shuttle goes horizontal. It never goes any further up. It goes horizontal. very, very low down in the atmosphere. You know, it's still in the atmosphere while it's horizontal, so it never gets any higher. And it goes out of sight, not because it goes too high, because it goes too far downrange. And they have a plane that's mocked up to look like a space shuttle, it's a jet-powered aircraft. That's it. It's not a glider. It's an aircraft. And that's what they're fooling us, taking billions of dollars in and giving us images and fake planes for that 10 billion, you know, however many billions of dollars it is. What goes up must come down, and literally we have not ever seen anything that has ever gone up and not come down.
One thing I really want your generation to embrace is that the Earth is a closed system. We cannot leave the Earth. There's no place to go.
Rockets don't have brakes. It literally stopped. All of that angular momentum from the rotation of the rocket and the linear momentum from flying up just stopped. No, it had to have hit something. But what did it hit? If it hit a solid surface, the rocket would have been destroyed, and most likely the camera too, so we wouldn't have the footage, and obviously that's not the case.
Kicks and deals. It's a long fly ball going back, and the ball shatters the sky, bringing the ocean itself down into the stadium. Oh, Simpson just broke this dream's reality wide open.
I know we have still not shattered that highest and hardest glass ceiling, but someday someone will, and hopefully sooner than we might think right now.
There's no place to go.
Although we weren't able to shatter that highest, hardest glass ceiling this time, thanks to you, it's got about 18 million cracks in it.
And it may be hard to see tonight, but we are all standing under a glass ceiling right now.
People figured out that we were an enclosed system. The more advanced we got, it would be the biggest thought on our minds. That's all we care about. You could make a wildlife preserve 1,000 miles square. All people, all human beings would do is just be knocking on the fence constantly, going, why is this fence here? Who built the fence? Why are we in here? And so on and so on.
Why do you think that Truman has never come close to discovering the true nature of his world until now?
We accept the reality of the world with which we're presented.
Earth, yep, Earth, yep.
Oh.
Earth! If you start here, and you go around long enough in the same direction, you wind up in the place you started from. Yes, Thomas?
Why don't we fall off when we walk underneath, Miss Sarah?
Because of a force called gravity.
What does gravity look like?
Gravity is something we can't see, but we know it's a great invisible force that keeps us all here on Earth. It's a natural force that keeps us all from flying off into space.
We were always told that the world is flat.
You are told right. Don't listen to her. I've been patient with you, Sarah. Lord knows I've been patient. But now your words have revealed you.
The law of gravity was discovered by Sir Isaac Newton in 1687. That's almost 200 years ago, Uncle Evan.
But there is only one law. The law of God.
What is gravity?
You have no idea. Okay, next question.
Wow.
No, here's the difference. We can describe gravity. Okay. We can say what it does to other things. We can measure it, predict with it. But when you start asking, like, what it is, I don't know. Einstein, in an Einsteinian answer, we would say gravity is the curvature of space and time. And objects will follow the curvature of space-time, and we interpret that as a force of gravity. That's probably the best answer I can give to a what is gravity question, or why is there gravity.
Hawa said, I make they wise man look like fools, boss. Like fools. Because their wisdom is not mama. Yeah. Our wisdom dwell with prudence and find out knowledge of devices. The fear or the respect or the obedience of Hawa is to hate evil, pride and arrogancy, man. That's what they bringing us. And the evil way. We're talking about deception when we talk about NASA. Forward mouth do I hate. Counsel is mine. Sound wisdom. I am understanding. Power is mine. They want the power. They got to go to her. Understanding. By me, kings reign. And princes decree justice. By me, princes rule. And nobles. And even all the judges of the earth. I love them that love me. And them that seek, those that seek me earnestly shall find me. Riches and honor are with me, enduring riches and righteousness. My fruit is better than gold, than fine gold, and my produce than choice silver. I walk in the way of righteousness in the midst of the path of justice. That I may cause those that love me to inherit substance, that I may fill their treasuries. Hawa made me as the beginning of his way. So whatever this looks like in reality, we know Mama is the beginning. That the framer did not make one move without the shaper. The shaper did not make one move without the framer. The first of his works of old. I was set up from everlasting, from the beginning, or ever the earth was. You can't talk creator or creation without talking Big Mama. Big Mama was popping off before the earth. Or ever the earth was, when there were no depths, I was brought forth, when there were no fountains abounding with water, before the mountains were settled, before the hills was I brought forth, while as yet he had not made the earth, nor the fields, nor the beginning of the dust of the world. When he established the heavens, I was there, when he set a circle upon the face of the deep. Circle is not a ball. It's a circle. We're talking about a dome, right? When he made firm the skies above. When the fountains of the deep showed their might. When he gave the sea his decree that the water should not transgress his commandment. When he appointed the foundations. A ball does not have foundations of the earth. Then I was by him as a nursling. I was daily all delight. Playing always before him, playing in his habitable earth, my nigga. Big Mama was playing before before our Father, even before the earth was created. She said he appointed the foundation of the earth. I was already there chilling, man. I was playing before him, playing in his habitable earth, and my delights are with the sons of man. Now, therefore, you children, hearken unto me. Listen to me, Mama said. Listen to me, Mama said. For happy are they that keep my ways. Whose ways? Mama said, happy are they that keep my way. Because her ways are your Father's ways. They are one way. Hear instruction and be wise, and refuse it not. Happy is the man or the woman that hearkens to me, watching daily at my gates. Whose gates? Mama said, these are my gates. That's why she's calling out at the entry of the city, at the entrance, at the door where the paths meet, waiting at the post of my doors. Whose doors? Big Mama's doors, man. For whoever find me, find life. Allah. Hawa means existence. Whoever find me, find life. Hawa means breath. Whoever finds life and obtains favor of Hawa. They say Lord again. Uh-oh. We're talking Hawa. Shalom to our Shabbat. We are increasing in our awareness, spiraling up together, picking each other up, having the vision together, dragonfly perspective from the Lord, right? Who and obtains favor from the Lord. You find me in life, you obtain favor from the Lord. Then they got the Yahweh. Then they got the Hava. We just went through a whole rabbit hole, deep web study, connecting Hebrew root verbs, connecting with the Ha and the Ho and the Haze, right? Showing how they separated your frequency. Took your mother out the equation. Put someone else on the cross. Someone else on the right hand. Got you calling on Lord, which is generic, which used to be a Y, and they took the W and changed it to a V. Right in your face bone. Mama's at the entries of the city. At the entrance. At the door. Whose doors? My door. And she gives you that breath. Whose breath? Oh, that's Big Mama's breath. Blasphemy. Hijack City. This is an inhale. This is an exhale. And every time you inhale and exhale, remember Hawa. Remember Hawa. Remember. Wow. Earlier form of hair was, in the sense, the one who is the existing. Hawa, Hawa, Allah, Hawa. Say it with me. Take a deep breath. Wow. We did it again, Tron. We did it again. Y'all keep hitting another checkpoint, because that's where the paths meet. And Mama's right there at the door, at the entry of your city, of your gates. And we need the breath to be fortified. We need the power. We need the understanding. All praise our framer and our shaper, our mother and our father, our breath and our security forever. Allahu Wa, Allahu Wa. praise. Wow. Shabbat Shalom.